I'm Rick Dunkerley, Executive Director of Blackfoot Pathways, Sculpture in the Wild here in Lincoln, Montana. Sculpture in the Wild started as an idea between Kevin O'Dwyer and I about 2.5 years ago. The idea was to bring environmental artists to Lincoln, Montana and respond to the heritage of the Upper Blackfoot Valley. And since then we've got 8 sculpture in place with artists from Finland, Denmark, Ireland, New York, and Montana. Kevin O'Dwyer is an artist that I met in Seattle. He's a silversmith and a sculptor from Ireland, and he came to Lincoln to work with me, and we became friends, and that's how we got this project started. The teepee burner, which you see in the background over here, is kind of the iconic piece of the sculpture park. It was located about 8 miles east of Lincoln on the Landers Fork and was placed for the Delaney sawmill, which shut down in 1970. Kevin O'Dwyer had the idea to move the teepee burner and make it part of Sculpture in the Wild, and through a huge community effort, we got it done, and it's now in place here with solar lighting installed to light the top like it glowed when it was actually working at the mill, and also photographs of old logging in the Blackfoot Valley. Each September for the last 2 years, we've had an education program associated with Sculpture in the Wild. While the artists were here installing their sculpture, we've had students come on site from local schools. As of this year now, we've had about 700 students on site for it, about 40 a day. And they come on, they learn about sculpture, they get a tour of the park, they meet the artists, and then at the end of the day, they make their own sculpture. I think Sculpture in the Wild's had a pretty positive effect on Lincoln. The community's been directly involved in the project, people volunteering, actually working on the sculptures at times, and quite a community buy-in. There's lots of volunteers bringing equipment out, working daily. It's pretty incredible to see them. And then conservatively, I would say we've had 4,000 visitors to the sculpture park in the first year that it's been open, so I think it probably has some economic impact on the town. Sculpture in the Wild is on 28 acres here of land that is owned by the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation in Montana. We, at this time, with that 28 acres, we anticipate possibly 20 permanent sculpture in the future. We do have another 13 acres that we're hoping to acquire adjacent to it, which would allow us to put in more sculpture. But because of the landscape of Montana, all the artists come in and they would like to do large sculpture. So they do need some space. So we're looking at potentially 20 max. Sculpture in the Wild is a non-profit, and we've been operating almost exclusively on private funding. So if you're out here and you'd like the place, a donation would be greatly appreciated. Over the next several years, Sculpture in the Wild is going to bring in artists from, again, England, another artist from the United States, and these are artists who are very well known, very well respected, and are making art usually for very wealthy people on their own land. And we'll have that available to the public here free of charge. You can come out here anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and walk through the park.